One beautiful morning on a high tree branch, a mischievous baby monkey was playing and climbing on the tree branch. Suddenly, millions of angry bees flew out, covering the baby monkey's small body, making him panic and try to escape. The more the baby monkey struggled, the more the bees grew and attacked more fiercely. But at this moment, a group of monkeys nearby realized the danger and immediately rushed to the rescue. The monkeys quickly tore up large leaves and started using them to chase away the fiercely attacking bees. A big monkey, the bravest in the group, did not hesitate to rush to pick up the baby monkey. While the bees were still surrounding him, the big monkey ran to the nearby riverbank. Without hesitation, it dipped the baby monkey into the water to chase away the bees. The cool feeling of the river water gradually repelled the bees. Finally, the bees left, and the baby monkey was saved. The monkeys looked at each other, smiled, happy to have saved a small member of the family. From then on, the baby monkey understood one thing. In difficult times, the power of friendship and solidarity can always overcome all challenges. In a quiet, light-filled forest where yellow leaves fell under an old tree, a mother deer stood still, but her body was no longer intact. Her entire body was covered with dark, twisted parasites that looked like living tree roots. They clung to her skin, antlers, and even her eyelids. Little by little, draining the animal's life force. Next to her, the fawn stood still. It was not infected. Its small body was still intact, its round, clear eyes looking at its mother, not understanding why life was leaving so slowly. That day, the fawn did something no one expected. It ran away. Not to run away, but to call for help. In the middle of the dense forest, where the rangers were stationed near the border of the reserve, a man was lighting a fire when he suddenly heard a strange noise. From the bushes, a fawn emerged, trembling but determined to approach. The strange moment did not last long. The ranger immediately called into the radio. In a split second, the Biological Research Center displayed a map of the forest, a strange signal from the infected area. The rescue team and biologists were urgently mobilized. All-terrain vehicles rushed over the red dirt trail. Some carried equipment, others carried stretchers, protective gear, antibiotics, and disinfectants. They found the mother lying under the misty forest canopy. Her body was covered with parasites that changed color, from dark brown to rough yellow. The fawn stood next to her, eyes fixed on her. The veterinarian sprayed a special solution on the parasite patches, carefully removing each layer. Each time a patch fell off, the mother's real flesh appeared, pale but alive. Time passed amid the sound of water, the sound of tense breathing, the decisive command. The last layer of parasites fell like a nightmare shell. The mother deer, though still weak, was able to lift her head to look at her child. The baby deer rushed forward, nestling its head in her mother's chest. A few of the rescue team chuckled. Some turned away, silently wiping away tears. In the heart of the burning desert, a strange creature is walking. An ostrich. But unlike any known species, no one could have imagined. In that monstrous skin, a mother is struggling to survive. Step by step in the midst of impending death. The strange covering on its body is actually hundreds of parasites. A rare biological phenomenon never recorded in this area. It does not run. It does not stop. Though its legs tremble, it still leads its young through every crack in the desert, as if hope is still ahead. As soon as the danger is identified, the desert rescue team is mobilized. The goal: to approach, assess, and if possible, rescue. When they see the image from the helicopter, they know they are not just saving one creature, they were stopping a nightmare from spreading and perhaps giving a chance to live. The mission began. Special chemicals were used to weaken the parasites, while the rescue team removed the material bit by bit. Each time a snake was pulled out, there was a gasp. The ostrich shuddered, exhausted, almost collapsed. But its eyes never left its chicks. After more than an hour of continuous work, the parasites were finally removed. The seemingly monstrous creature now revealed to be a living adult mother ostrich. It was no miracle. It was the power of maternal instinct and of people who do not give up hope, no matter how fragile. In the vast desert, a small family was saved. And somewhere in the applause of the rescue team, there is a promise. We will not turn our backs on any life.